Halito everybody, this is CT over the NYC Indian, and today we're going to be reviewing 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days Tell All Part 2. This is going to be brought to you from an urban Native American perspective, a mixed perspective, and a secular perspective. So let's dive right on in. So we start the episode with Usman and Kim, and Kim is all upset about this whole Zara situation. Her son is consoling her, and I'm like, it just looks so crazy. I mean, come on, like, you are so odd. All right, let me just go on to Ella. So this was part 2 of the collective pile-on dragathon for Ella. I mean, everybody had something to say, even if they were just shaking their head or not, whatever. It was all about, let's get on Ella for cheating on Johnny. Let me tell you something. I don't care if we're talking about this situation with this guy that she slept with, that she admitted to. It doesn't matter if we're talking about this guy on the birthday that flew in and spent the night, that she supposedly did not sleep with. Who cares? Whatever. Look at Johnny's reaction, okay? Do you think Johnny gave two damns? Of course he didn't. Johnny is like, this is my chapter 2. Eyes on the prize, get that green card, bring my family over eventually. I got to take care of my mom and my dad as well as my son. I'm divorced. I mean, that's it. That's basically it. He is not into her. He does not like her body. She's always sweating on camera with those wigs and Viking helmets and, it's just crazy, the craziness, right? And, I think that part of the mistake was that she probably should have went. I mean, first of all, why are you going on an Asian dating site, when you are that insecure about your weight? It doesn't even make sense. That is the last place. Not to say that, Asian guys can't be into big women, but I mean, that's what? Like, that doesn't even make any sense. Why don't you go to some other site where you know that they like you for your size? I mean, I know there can be some fetish in that, but clearly she is no stranger to fetishization. She's kind of down with it. He is too, to be perfectly honest. So, I mean, we can't be out here in the public getting all upset for Ella. No, they know what this is. Johnny know what this is. She's only crying because she looks bad. Johnny doesn't care. Johnny was like, I just would have been, happier had you, I didn't really need this information. What man says I would not have wanted to know this information if he's just like, he has his objective and he's sticking to the assignment. That's all he's doing. But don't even, please. I mean, all these people have so much to say. They are no different than Johnny and Ella. They just feel more sorry for Johnny because of his English, and he comes across very innocent. But Johnny has an agenda too. Both of them do. Come on, get out of here. So now we're at Nude Picture Gate with Gino. And everybody's getting on his case, and he's saying, oh, no, it's just a partial picture. I only said it one time. He's backpedaling and moonwalking, trying to take everything back, right? And later on, Ben, old creepy Ben, that's what I'm going to call old creepy Ben, he tries to console him, and he gives him this really uncomfortable church side hug like this, and you can see Gino's body was stiff as a board. I'm always curious to read people's body language when someone hugs them to see if they A, recoil, B, are just stiff and don't respond, or C, return the embrace. And it was more like a B, okay? And I noticed later on it was the same thing. What's his name? Ben was saying goodbye to Gino when they wrapped up the episode, and I could tell Gino did not want to be touched by Ben. I think Gino sees Ben as like, ooh, I don't want to be associated with you because you're a pervert too. You know what I mean? It's just like one of those, like, pervs, no pervs kind of thing. The only difference is that Gino, hey, I can respect Gino's situation a little bit more because Gino just basically paid for it outright, okay? And, listen, consenting adults, everyone is above board, above age. There's no human trafficking involved. That's a different situation. I don't care what people do in the privacy of their homes. But the picture thing, he knows he was absolutely, completely wrong for that. And he deserved basically her chewing him a brand new butthole for that. I mean, let's not even play games here. But what killed me was how Kim was like, over to the side saying, you know what, I don't appreciate him getting all pastory with me because of all the relationships, he's the one who really can't talk. And I was like, you know what, Kim, You can't talk, he can't talk. None of y'all can talk about each other. So if anything, you guys just need to either like all hang out and go to dinner together. Because I mean, all of you all are crazy. These relationships are absolutely wacky. So now as we get a little bit further into Ben's storyline, even Hamza chimes in and says like, that was very wrong for Mahogany to not pick him up from the airport and everything like that. And I'm like, oh, look at Hamza. That's so cute. He really thinks this is a real relationship. Are you serious? This girl, I don't know if she like took classes at her local acting studio or whatever, but the way she was responding, like, oh no, I don't know. It was so fake. I mean, it was just the pinnacle of bad acting is Mahogany. I mean, bad acting 101. And then they bring on Ben's friend, Jessica, who's married, and she sounds like she's from Michigan too. And she starts getting on Mahogany, oh, you taking his money and all this stuff. And you know what? Who cares? Why are you even on a show talking about that thing? I mean, your friend is an older, I agree with Mahogany. Your friend is an older man. He's a middle-aged man going after a young 20-something-year-old woman. Now, is Mahogany playing it like a fiddle? Of course she is. But the older people here in these situations and or the people with more privilege in these situations have to be held to a little bit of a higher accountability or something. It doesn't make any sense to me how she's just thinking, like this is so legit. And then Mahogany starts going on into her, and then next thing you know, you're fighting, and then come to find out Ben was talking about Jessica to Mahogany, calling her dramatic, or she likes drama or something like that. So now he's kind of like pitting two against the middle. And then the friend loses it. She calls him a fraud. She calls him two-faced, a narcissist. I mean, she literally shut down that stage. She shut down that relationship. She was like, that's it. I'm not even going to be friends with you. To the point where she even winds up apologizing to Mahogany. And before all of this, when Mahogany and Jessica were going back and forth, here comes, what's her name? Jasmine. You're not going to, you know how Jasmine is, right? And because Jasmine is salty because Gino's been texting with this woman. So this was like a whole thing. I don't even know why she was on the show. She wasn't a relevant part of the storyline. So I just don't get like why she was there. But yeah, so anyway, apparently he went right on back to Peru, and he claims that they were together and they were a couple. She finally gave him a chance, and then when she sees the footage roll back, she was like, you promised me you were going to bring a camera and all this stuff. I mean, okay, next time, whatever production company you guys are who are involved in this, you have to do something better with the storyline next time. If you're going to hire actors, listen, I'm totally fine with that. Just make it a little bit more believable. This was nonsensical, okay? We were waiting weeks and weeks and weeks just to see this girl's face, only to find out that she's a straight up Peruvian catfish, don't look like nothing but a damn a model from Korea. Girl, you don't look like that in real life. That picture of the model she showed was gorgeous. I mean, this girl, she's an average looking girl. She doesn't look like that picture that she, all the filters and all that stuff, So I was just like, oh my God, let's just be done with this. But yes, let me tell you something. Of anybody else, his quote unquote friend, Jessica, she dragged him across that stage left to right, honey. She shut it down. I was like, damn, I guess I'll be careful next time he brings some support onto a national television venue like that. So here we go with Kim again. She's got all this heat for Mahogany. I mean, just going in on this woman, like, you should have this, and you should have that. You didn't give him a chance. You're supposed to be there. You're supposed to be with him. And like, listen, this girl's a catfish and a scammer, and he is an international stalker. Allegedly. Okay. And yeah, you can say they deserve each other, but at the end of the day, this just needs to separate. I don't know what this is, this whole production thing. I don't know if this is a totally a fake couple, or if this is just like a real life scam, and I'm gonna hunt you down kind of situation. I'm not exactly sure, but whatever it is no good, and it's not very real to me. So you can't be so invested in somebody's stuff like that. Kim, like, she really gets into it, like these are her friends that are being hurt. It's just ridiculous. So Hamza and Memphis, well, Memphis winds up getting sick. Well, she excuses herself from the stage, and then she's getting sick. She says she was vomiting and stuff, so she had to leave early, and Hamza stayed behind. So now we get to, and we find out about Hamza. He was able to come over, but not until a month and like a week or something like that. It was a little over a month after his baby's birth, he was able to come in. Now, I know that there's talk, some people thinking, oh, that's not his baby, and his timeline is not adding up. Well, listen, that timeline, I mean, I don't know about that timeline either. It is a little, it is a bit curious. However, I just don't think that, I don't question the paternity. I do think that's his kid. I mean, it just seems to me like, as intelligent of a woman as Memphis is, she is, damn near a doctor. Like, I don't think someone like her would be on national television lying about her kid's conception, because people can do the math, and even if it's not quite working out, we don't know this production time and filming and stuff like that. So I don't listen. If they say that that's their kid, that's their kid. I do believe it. So now we get to Mike, and oh my God, listen. So Mike has been talking like he's in the, all lean forward and giving all this, whatever, like his feedback to these different couples. And I'm like, Mike, you really have no room to talk, okay? So apparently him and Jimena are back together, okay? And the friend, well, his friend John and his friend's girlfriend or wife or whatever, Nelsie, Dominican girl who speaks Spanish and was speaking with Jimena, she comes on, and they start getting into it, and then Jimena didn't even want to take a look at this woman's face, and Nelsie starts calling Jimena a gold digger, and Jimena's like, I'm done with this. I'm not gonna let these people be on the stage and clown me like this. Now all these people are so gassed up for Mike. Everybody is his cheerleader. But Mike is a grown man. You all have to stop, like all these people on this stage, they're all acting like Mike is some helpless, innocent little creature. Mike is a man who pays for love, shall we say? That's it, okay? Stop trying to make it into... Him and Gino are one and the same. They just have different methods and different bank accounts to do it. I mean, there is nothing else to it. I mean, everyone's like, oh, she's treating him so bad, she's taking him... Yes, she is. Because that's what she met him on a site. On an adult website. What do you all think is going to happen? You think this is some happily ever after? No, she's going to drain his bank account as long as he's paying. And, listen, Mike is playing this game, but Mike knows what's up, okay? Because he's the one paying. That's why he told Nelsie to shut up. Which you shouldn't be talking to your friends like that, but, he shut that down real quick because he doesn't want her to destroy whatever little arrangement or whatever. He's still paying that girl's rent and getting food and stuff like that. And did you notice 2 new friends on Jimena? Yeah, I didn't hear anybody talk about that, but I definitely saw she got her boobs done. So I'm sure she paid. That's probably why they're still together, because he's still giving her money. I'm sure he finally broke down and, decided to pay for the boob job. So the thing is that Mike, he's a grown man, but he needs to basically decide, do I want a real lasting loving relationship? If the answer to that is yes, then that means you are going to A, save some money, B, move out of your parents' place. You are too old for that. And C, get off of these websites. You need to find somebody who's looking for love genuinely, who doesn't care about, I mean, listen, I'm not saying genuine love where finances are not important, but you're not paying for it. He's paying for it right now. And he's trying to turn that into a nice shiny diamond. You can't. It's a dirty rock. A dirty rock is a dirty rock. And we know we're in the mud, and that's how we get down, and that's the arrangement. Don't act brand new. Don't act so stupid like you don't know what's going on. You can't try and change this around. That's how you met her. So that's how the situation is going to remain. Like it just befuddles me, like how people act like they can't figure out what's going on. Even if you didn't get it before, he even said that they met on a webcam, then, you know, like even if you didn't know that, it's like obvious that he's getting taken for a ride, and whether he's enjoying that ride or he just needs to get off. Like, let's just stop trying to make this into something that it's not. You can't turn these situations into housewife situations. It's never going to work. So if he really wants to get together, to get himself together, he's going to have to do those things. And then D, he's going to have to listen, Mike needs some kind of counseling, okay? Now, I don't know like what, you know, Mike is a little different, okay? We'll just say that. That's why I call him the little hobbit, because he's a little different, right? And there's somebody that can love him for his differences, but you can't be going to webcam websites to you know, seeking something like that. It doesn't make any sense. And then on top of it, the very last thing, letter E, I guess, or we are E, you got to stop with those body functions. Now, he claims he's been working on it, but I really, come on, working on it. You live with two old men. Am I supposed to believe that you are not, you know, the flatulence has come to an end, or, you know, you're making sure that you do that in the appropriate places, and you know, probably Mike just looks like he's probably walking around the house picking his nose. He just looks like he doesn't wash his hands. I am just like, ugh, I'm so grossed out by it. So anyway, for everybody that feels sorry for Mike, stop feeling sorry for him. He is paying to play, okay? Pay to play. That's all that is. And don't be mad at Jimena, because that is a I shouldn't say, well, it is a type of relationship, but it is an understanding. They have an understanding, okay? Now, she will play the game and dangle the L word here and there. No, I don't love you. I'm not in love with you. I mean, I love you, but I'm not like in love with you. I mean, he knows what's up, so I don't know why he's sitting there on stage. He's all, oh God. Yeah, I mean, come on. I mean, he doesn't know how to manage his emotions. Like, he was like, oh, I didn't mean to call, that was a misunderstanding. I didn't call her stupid. But you sure called her an hija de puta. Was I wrong when I heard that? I mean, were you trying to call that to somebody else? Get out of here with that, Mike. So anyway, that was the episode. I guess Mike will be going to Cartagena to go visit her at some point so she can get some more money off of him. I hope this tell-all is done. Now, it was good, but I don't need a part 3. So I will see you guys for the next season that's starting up. I think it's this Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. So we're going to the old school, regular, foundational 90-day fiancé. So these couples are looking interesting. I'm definitely seeing some you know, curly weave and dark tan that has already got my spirit disturbed, honey. We will talk about that later. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, share it with a friend. Please stay safe. Take care, and chipisa lacho.